FBR 1590 AM. Y'all know what we strive to do. We strive to bring power, dignity, and class. King, I started with class first last week. This week I'm ending off with class. Class, again to say, class is missing, King. It's like school on Saturday, man. No class, King.
No class.
No class,
No
King,
class at all.
Again, I say, we walk down the street. Again, let me tell you one of the things I wanted to start off with, man.
Sure.
When I say class, I mean, we have a Catholic church on, and I hate to go straight in this because it's just been on me because I drive by there every day at work, King. On the corner of Liberty Heights and Garrison. Y'all know that Catholic church right there? Liberty Heights and Garrison. Right there, it's a fire station right there.
Mm-hmm.
It is the most nastiest, horrible place you could put your eyes on. And this is the church all around it. You know what I'm talking about? You see how, they had to literally cut down the trees in the back of the joint because it was so much, use your working, debauchery going on. Right there. It's so horrible.
Debauchery.
And it's just it's unbelievable that the church authority hasn't come out and say, hold up now, somewhere has to have some type of sanctity.
Well, can I ask you a question? You said, was this Catholic church?
Yeah, you're right, King. I get it. I get where you're going, King. But
I
said church, I just think Lisa Ground.
But hold on now, because these is the Catholic charities and all that. But aren't they in charge of some of these 501c3 programs? Yeah. And we see what's happening with them investigations. So,
but I'm telling you,
to see the church in such disarray.
What I'm talking about, y'all, and it is a horrible sight, man. It's a horrible sight, man. Wow, King. Let's talk about this week, King. We're going to talk about the, Maryland got 2 more charges.
Well, I told you that last week. I don't think that people was paying attention.
People are now saying jail time. What y'all think about that? You think about jail time?
Well, see, here's the thing, Ty. Last week,
she forced herself into it.
Well, remember, last week I said that, I didn't think that she should go to jail because she, was her money. Yeah. And even though I knew of the other 2 accounts that were coming, I was like, well, let me wait and see before I took, any kind of action. But, it took for me to have a conversation yesterday with my cousin, and we spoke on that. Mm-hmm. And the thing that came out more than anything with the whole Marilyn Mosby thing is she was extremely arrogant, and you pointed that out.
I pointed it out.
And because of her arrogancy, this is why they pushed it as far as they did. Yes. You kept going on TV saying this, that, and the third. This is nothing more than this should be punishable by nothing more than a fine. But then it got deeper because as I started peeling back the layers, I started saying, well, no, maybe jail time might be warranted because not only were you an official, you are the state's attorney. You hire the attorneys that work for the state. So you know the law. Yeah. And just in that by itself, if you know the law, then you should be held to a higher accountability because of the position that you hold. And the fact that you came out and you were so arrogant and then everything was racism and I'm a black woman and this and that, you were so tone deaf.
Right now.
Yeah, you were so tone deaf that
to the female arrogancy.
Yeah, you were so tone deaf that you got a raise during COVID. Yes. You went from making 200 or 190,000 to over 200,000 or 220. I'm like, that was during COVID. All of you people down there at City Hall, and if you was a part of that little clique that was there, I keep telling you about, they all got raises. Yeah. So you knew what you were doing. You could have just took the money from your paycheck and financed what you wanted to do. But again, I like this. I like how my bank account looked, Ty. That it looked pretty. $2 million. I could stun on you with that. You know what? I know I can take this money. It's my money. I know there's a penalty, but you know what? There's a loophole that I can skate through. And the other thing that I said was the guy that charged her or that prosecuted her.
He's a black guy.
Well, not only was he a black guy, but he's the Attorney General for the United States, the United States Attorney General. He's a black guy who was appointed by Biden. So what I'm telling you is that all of these people are Democrats. And no, they're all Democrats.
Did the black crowd come out yet for her? Yes.
Well,
Did
no.
the black remorse come out yet?
No.
See, that's what I wanted to bring up.
Well, the reason why, Ty, is because the infighting. See, now you have your traditional Democrats who want one thing, and now you have your progressive Democrats, and she fell on the progressive Democrat side.
What about the bombshell this week? The bombshell.
Which one?
A man drops and says Brandon is really not.
Oh, you mean?
I mean, he's a man. Didn't you say he's a man? He's a real man.
He said that I'm a real man, and so I don't make my decisions off of emotions or emotional decisions. I'm back in Sheila. Yeah, your boy Zeke Cohen. Yeah, Zeke Cohen.
Regime.
It's a failed regime.
But I'm saying, how many years it took him to realize it? How many deaths? How many victims in your? Oh,
the military numbers.
Yeah, in his area, it took you this long.
Well, she offered him for him to change.
Well, here's the thing. It's not that she offered him anything. He's looking at his political career. He's actually running for city council president.
So coming back to office.
So he has to differentiate himself from Brandon Scott. Distance himself is the language that they use in the political field. And as you said, what did Sheila Dixon promise him? I'll flip that. What did he promise Sheila Dixon? Because she's already got, the popular. She's leading by 12 points now.
King
already. And
I say King. What about King?
Okay.
As far as the brother. He really don't have any backing anymore.
Well,
he has no backing.
Well, Ty, what did I tell you? See, again, he's on the progressive side. Brandon Scott will not get credit for anything as he should. He should not get the credit for it because the crime
what happened that he should get credit for?
Well, he's talking about how crime and all that has gone down and the murder rates. Well, I will tell you this much. It is not because of him. It is because of Ivan Bates.
Yeah.
Okay?
Don't bring a toothbrush.
Our state's attorney, Ivan Bates.
Is coming out again.
It's the language
that used to be old language.
It's the language that he used.
He brought back old language.
Yes, he did.
Old language said, "Look, okay, you want to be crazy, huh? You better make sure you pack your bags and everything be right because you know where you're going at.
You know where you're going."
King, let's talk about. Gene, I'm glad you're here because I don't know if I told you about the black brick that's looming over black communities about being afraid to say lock up black people. Did you hear what Muriel Bowser said in D.C. about the? She came up with a state of emergency.
Yeah, I heard it.
On the same stuff that we're going through.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
But she said, if you did, you didn't catch what she said. She's scared to say lock up black people. So she said, "Where, King? I want you to give it to me."
Okay, because
go ahead, King.
Okay,
go ahead,
because me and Ty talked about this weekend. You guys gotta fall into this. Was just hilarious, and she said that we need to take them to a secure location.
A secure location.
And when she said it, me and Ty looked at each other like, a secure location?
Secure location?
What is a secure location?
What is a secure location? The only secure location we know when you do something bad is jail.
Well, we made a real joke out of it.
Where they would be watched.
Well,
that's jail.
Yeah, so
blacks don't want to say the word jail in
politics because it goes against their narrative.
It goes against our black narrative of you want to lock up all black people. So blacks are afraid to say the word jail. So you see how the new way that we talked about.
It's the language
about this, King.
Yeah,
language.
It's the language.
A secure place, Gene, where they can get.
But you see,
I don't care what you get. When you get in that security,
but hold on,
you better try to get something in your brain so you don't go through this again.
But see,
rehabilitate yourself while in here.
Well, see again, I keep telling you, and finally you came on board with some things. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But this whole juvenile justice, I keep telling you, the name is incorrect. When you hear the name juvenile justice, and again, it's placed there for you people who don't know. This is how you get brainwashed into doing things that they want you to do. When you say juvenile justice, you don't think of juveniles committing crime. You think of juveniles needing help, and they've been victimized, and you're here to straighten it out. You're here to make sure that they have some kind of justice done for the juveniles. The name should be changed to Juveniles Corrections
Facility.
No, Corrections
Facility.
Let me finish, Ty. Corrections and rehabilitation facilities. Because not only are you going there to be corrected for the mistakes that you made, but you're also going there for rehabilitation. And part of the rehabilitation is schooling, going to take up, electrician or some kind of handyman work, possibly.
Well, bottom line, they have a sign on our jail says when you came out there, it said never again. When you walked out the door, you turned around, it said never again. See, so it's certain things that's going on right now that people right now are, or this, damn, King, we talked about that the other day when I said about how we have this understanding, emotional attachment to everything because we understand, we've seen so much in our black communities. Hey man, again, people are crying out for people to do wrong to go to damn jail, King. It is what it is. That's what we're crying out. We want secure neighborhoods, King. Again, the young man ran down the street, King. Did you see it, Jane? He got shot by the police. You know what the narrative is?
What?
They shot too many rounds. They were supposed to, remember we talked about that on a lot of shows. What? No, King, back up, Gene. I'm going to take the one shot. Yeah. Now all of us trying to go home, Gene.
All of us trying to go home.
There's no one shot. And if you don't lose your rounds, we got a problem with you.
I got a problem with you.
You remember the movie? I'll tell you about the movie, King.
Oh,
the movie?
Harlem Nights.
Remember Harlem Nights? Quick, I'm gonna kill you, quick. Well, you remember when all three of them were shooting their guns, and that one dude came over and bop, 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 and killed all three of them. That's what could happen if all of them don't unleash their guns. See, we ain't thinking about this young man in this situation like that. He's committing crime right now. I'm sorry to say it that way. He's got a gun on him in the community. Yes.
Shoot at police.
So I really don't care about what happened to him. Imagine what could have happened to the lady's family that lived right in that house where he was hanging at. And the first thing we as black people was talking about is that they shot 36 rounds. What? Thank God they did.
But you see the way that they
He was a madman in your community.
But the way that
he's not a homeboy. He's a madman in your community.
But the way that they try to,
you remember that?
They try to frame it as if it came from one gun, like this one shot. No, it was multiple police. Like I said, I was there. I literally drove in the middle of it and busted Huey. Because they started to block off. They hadn't even had the streets blocked off when I was heading up Wilkins Avenue. Because I told you I live in that community. So, it's like when I hear these people talk, this is where my bravado comes from, because I know what I'm talking about, because I live this every day. These people are they're creating rules and laws for people, and they're not in these communities and don't really know what's going on.
Listen to a radio show coming in here.
Just coming in here.
It's a white guy on this radio show, or whatever it was, and you can hear in his voice that he has no knowledge of what he's talking about.
But he's sitting there telling you, these communities, they go through this and that.
These communities, which mean that you're not attached. Because I'm talking about the community.
Right.
I'd say walk in boots in the community.
Now, I want to juxtapose that to what we just said. He's talking about, in these communities. I just told y'all that I literally was driving my car as the police was zipping past, and I had some place to go, and I'm going up Wilkins, saw it, and bust a U-turn, because I'm like, man, I ain't got time for this, because it is commonplace. This happens, and in my neighborhood, everybody is carrying, and and that's why I told you, I was like, I don't know why everybody's acting like it's such a bad thing for everybody to have guns. The only thing that's really keeping peace in Southwest Baltimore is that everybody out there realizes that you might get shot by a dude right here. He might got something, and it keeps everybody at bay. I'm just being honest.
We talking about what's going on. Basically, we seeing a failed regime. We seeing a failed system.
Hey, Ty, you ain't a real man if you said that, man.
For the last 8 years. And matter of fact, remember we talked about this? Brandon has been around since Sheila Dixon.
He's been around since the 90s. He's been around since
Sheila Dixon. He's portraying to be so new downtown.
No.
He's been around since a young man down there. He got his claws upon this. And we thought that he was actually ready to lead a different pathway to to the black community or just Baltimore period. Not the black community. Baltimore consists of all nationalities of people. But security was supposed to have been the first thing. King, what about talk about transparency? Here we go. That's what I was talking about. Transparency. Everybody's running off of transparency. If a candidate tell you about transparency, he's lying to you right in your damn face, King. Let me be the first one to say, King, I'm strategizing to beat the Cleveland Browns. Do I give Cleveland Browns my book to show them the strategy that I'm coming at them with?
Well,
it's supposed to be a hidden secret, right? Because I'm coming to get you.
Yeah, well, Michigan. You use Michigan because they say Michigan was stealing signs.
Yeah.
They just ran the ball the whole game to punish Maryland because of it. I got you. I'm with you. I'm with you.
If the law is trying to stop something, or something is trying to stop something, why would they give you the plan? King, if I'm trying to get the boys on North and Penn, why would I come on television and say, I'm going to get the boys on North and Penn and here's how I'm going to do it? No, that's crazy.
Because I want to give you the heads up so that you already can skirt the justice system.
Yeah,
because you already have.
I talked about that, man, that transparency stuff is a lie. If any candidate say that to you, that's a lie. That transparency doesn't make sense for a person that's not tied to the situation at hand.
Well, it's good practice to just, not believe what they're telling you. Anything that they say, believe the opposite.
Well, you can always use that on people of color, black folks, because we always, we got conspiracy theories, we got, this going on.
Can I ask you a question, though, Tom? Because you said conspiracy theories, and they keep saying it. Is it a conspiracy theory if it's true?
Well, yeah, I mean, if it is true, but I'm talking about, a lot of the little false black narratives that are holding us back.
Oh, you mean the brick over the head?
The brick over the head, racism,
that's one of your best analogies.
The
brick over the head.
The brick over the head. Well, you can't say nothing. You can't say a damn thing. A lot of this stuff is black violence.
What? That's a Ty. What?
I mean,
you're racist, Ty. You said black violence.
Black violence.
So what you trying to do? Like a black people?
Come on, man.
As you trying to have a revolving door of black people?
I'm only looking at what I'm looking at, man.
But Ty, you proposing a revolving door of black people going to jail? Black and brown people.
Hey, they been started that line. That line is old. The revolving door.
Well, let me
guess what? If you doing the things to put yourself in the revolving door, hey boy, keep that door greased up.
Well, you heard what Nick Mosby was saying this week, right?
What did he say?
Well, Nick Mosby was saying that, our children are not being educated. You keep talking about this pipeline to prison demographics.
They're going to never black narrative.
He's like, if you don't educate the kids, he was like, we got third graders and fourth graders not reading on the level that they're supposed to. If they're not educated properly, how are they supposed to come up?
School money ran out.
Hold on, Ty. I want to get on. I'm going to jump on camera. I was talking about that before it happened, but,
Sandra Lisa said the money's running out.
Let me finish. Let me finish off with these heads here. They keep proposing things that they know is not going to work as far as this criminal justice system is happening. Mm-hmm. And they won't change their narrative for anything. It goes back to what you're saying, the brick over the head. They don't want to change the language because now the support, the money dries up. And
you won't get the black vote anymore.
Right. And
that's the whole hit is about getting the black vote. Every time you come out, every time, again, you say, King,
but why is the black
how crazy can we be sometimes?
Well, hold on.
They still can hit us with some of the same stuff.
Well, hold on. Let's talk about what you just said. Lisa said that the money ran out. Yeah. So how did the money run out when we just got $4.something billion for education? It ran out because the governor, Wes Moore, went ahead with the Kerwin plan. Yeah. Everybody knew that the Kerwin plan was not funded. It didn't have proper funding. That's the reason why it was shelved in the beginning. So now you implemented these things, and you have jurisdictions that are not as rich as other jurisdictions in Maryland, and they can't afford it. And when you can't afford to pay for it, now you have to draw that money from someplace. So now, Baltimore City committed, what, $76 million or something along those lines? Now, that money is coming from the few taxpayers that they still have here.
Yeah, King, but out there I say, man, you know, she's basically threw out the threat that they're ready to be people laid off already. All this money comes through. She done threw the threat out already.
Well, I don't know how. We still don't have air conditioning and heating in these schools.
She's ready to lay people off and everything, and the kids still not getting what they're so-called get. King, I say, but here at WFBR 1590 AM, the Tyrone and Kingsley. Hey, man, y'all know we strive to do here, King. We strive to bring awareness, man. Awareness at its highest level. Things that people won't say. People won't, you know, we can't say this, or we're not cursing. We're not battering people here at the Tyrone Hour, me and Kingsley. We basically are giving shock treatment of what's really going on. We live in these communities. We live in this community. When we drive out the street, we don't just drive up to Westminster. He drive from his community, and he see what's going on, and I might drive through his community, and it's basically the same debauchery, all right, that's going on. And what we see, man, is a lack of adultness stuff going on right now. King, the bike lanes. You know, nobody wants bike lanes. Nobody wants bike lanes. Gene, they had a guy on the commercial yesterday on the television. Him and the TV man had the camera on the street for about 15, 20 minutes. They said, where the bike's at? You see a bike? Have you seen a bike? You seen a bike, King?
I've been, Ty, come on now.
We revisited something, but they brought it back up.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, come on, Ty. You got people out in the streets now literally taking screwdrivers and
unscrewing that quick, running over top of it.
I'm telling you, they're unscrewing them and taking them out the street because they're like, this is stupid.
You know how you got the cutoff, Kings? The cutoff that they made?
Yes.
They cut those off.
Yes.
All over the city, those things became obsolete in the last 3 years.
Yes.
Because he cut them off. He wants you to ride up and go the other way.
Because he's gone to D.C. and he's seen what they did in D.C. and he's trying to bring that same foolishness from D.C. to here. When we was coming here, we said it. Today's the optimum. Today's the perfect weather.
Beautiful day to ride bikes. It's a beautiful day to ride bikes in the city.
How many bikes you seen?
I ain't seen now one. We came a long goddamn way. We came from Park Heights all the way to Glenburn.
Hey, G, how many bikes you see on your way here?
None. Not bike. You spent money on this.
Now, here's the thing. Because you had lobbyists come in here, and those lobbyists did what? They lined the pockets. And where did this fall? Whose foot did this fall at? It falls at Brandon Scott. Because he allowed it at the end of the day. Because he could have vetoed it like he did the redistricting.
That's what I was, you know, sometimes when you talk, we can meet people because you just answered the question.
I'm sorry.
You just answered the question when you said he vetoed it. Now, should you step in as the head man and say, that don't make sense? I'm not letting that happen.
Yes.
Can he do that?
You're supposed to.
So he just letting everything just flow?
Well, no, because you see, everything comes with a dollar bill. And when you take money from people, there comes expectations. You see what I'm saying? So you can clearly see that this administration, Brandon Scott's administration, even City Hall, the people that represents the city council, they have been bought by certain lobbyists. And one of them is the bike lobbyists, because here we have a clear case of where even the white people.
You say a lobbyist?
Yes.
So it was some multiple people
this is
from a distance. They were lobbyists from a distance.
Of course.
From a distance.
These people, this is what they do. They go around and they pay certain politicians to enact certain policies.
This was insane. Everybody can't stand it.
To enact certain policies to bring to bring their agenda into focus.
Again, I say, most candidates, when they get into office, when they leave.
Oh, we got a text. Vita text her. Hey, Vita, she said, and they still making those bike lanes in D.C.
They still making the bike lanes.
So
we got, see what I'm saying?
We got callers in D.C. Thank you, Vita, for calling in.
Thank you, Vita.
What's up, Vita? What's up, Aaron?
All right, hey, guys. Again, I say, man, to all the people, that supporting the Tyrone show, man, trying their best, man. Brother Sean Blue at More Betters. fish and everything. The brother does a great meal. They supposed to be calling in and giving us a menu and everything on what he has and that, but it's a great meal. Brother Sean Blue on Milford and Bell. Brother Kenny. Thank you, Brother Kenny. Man, you know, man, Brother Kenny's on Park Ice and Cold Spring. You need a haircut, get down there anytime you want to, man. There's a lot of nice barbers in there, man. CC Lounge, again, man, to those brothers. Gene, I'm going to invite you up there this week, too. Invite you up there. Huh? Invite you up. Okay, all right, but I'm going to invite you up there. Let you see how it is. It's a nice spot, you know what I mean? But, you know, to everybody, donations are welcome. Greg, thank you, Greg. Something wrong with my Cash App, but thank you, though. I'll get it straight in a second, though. Thank you, son. To everybody else, man, to listen to the Tyrone album, man. To all the new people I talk, DJ Jeff, man. Hope you're listening to DJ, brother DJ Jeff, because you know, we talk, man. And you said, you know, you really like what you seen and everything, man. So, and to a lot of people, man, that's behind the scenes, man. That, you know, again, I say, King, you know, we support a lot of black people support in a lot of different ways, man. They have concern about the show and they concern, you know, but sometimes calling in and things of that nature, a lot of people don't, you know, just don't do things that way, but they support from a distance sometimes, you know, and just.
I get it. Yeah, I understand.
And can you give me the website, King?
Sure. We're at WFBR1590.weebly.com. That's WEEBLY. You can also find us at on YouTube and Rumble at K Thoughts. That's KAETHOUGHTS. You can also tune into our podcast. That's at Spotify. And that's, yeah, you can follow us on Spotify, Anchor, iHeartRadio, and Google, and that is the Tyrone Hour. So it's two separate names, but it's the same show. And again, on WFBR 1590, you know, they have a lot of shows, different shows that comes on. We have one coming on later on after us, Brother Darren with the State of the City. Very insightful brother, knows what he's talking about, and he definitely hits the points. And more importantly, he come with the receipts. You know, he come with the receipts and the people to back up everything that he's saying. You know, through the week we have, you know, different shows that come on Monday through Friday. Thursday is the day that we came off, and we have shows that still come on during that hour. You know, so definitely tune in to WFBR. They have good programming, and I'm glad to be a part of the Tyrone Hour.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I'm glad that we are doing what we're doing. You know, Mommy always slips up and calls us a ministry sometimes. She said, I like the way y'all give it sometimes. You know what I mean? Again, but I say, King, man, you know, what are we to go? Is the next administration going to keep with this same youth stuff?
Well, no.
Because there's so many. Can I say this real fast?
Sure,
there are so many things for these youths to do, but they're saying there's not nothing for them to do. You know, I've had it up to here with there's no place for blacks. They shut the Rex down. You know, get a ball and bat. Go outside and throw with your kid.
But that's what we used to do.
You heard what I said? Get a ball and bat. Get a hula hoop and go outside and show your young daughter how to cheer the right way instead of y'all twerking together.
Double Dutch.
You heard what I said?
Twerking
y'all twerking together off of something. Just go outside and show them how to hula hoop the right way or something. You know what I mean? You want something for them to do. You get me, King?
Yes, I do.
But again, I say, King, I have a mission for us that Brother Darnell and everything, the lifers, man. You know, the lifers send me that information, man, and you know, they want me to, you know, talk this out. But King, I punched up David Patron's email because he seems to help a couple of ex-cons get out of jail.
Okay.
And I told you, Brother Darnell been locked up since 1985 for alleged murder. We always I talked about this before. John Hinckley shot Ronald Reagan twice, shot another man in the head, the Brady Bill, and another guy, you know what I mean? And 2 of those guys passed away from their injuries. And Donnell's still locked up from a alleged murder of a bad guy. You get me? Of a bad guy. You know, so these brothers are locked up, man. And some of these brothers from the past were good men. Some of the brothers that are getting this time now, man, this crimes that they doing, man, some of this stuff, man, I think they deserve some of the stuff they getting, man, I believe, you know? The crimes that they're doing, man, you know, women and children are on the market now. Women and children were sacred. You know, King? We didn't mess with the women and children, King. But I'm going to give my public services now, King, because, you know, you almost violated the code last week when you gave eye contact.
Well, see, this is the difference. This is the difference, though, Ty. You saw it. I was like, I ain't violating no code. I'm like, nigga, you walking up on me. See, you didn't tell that part. You walking up on me. No, you walk up on me. No, you gonna need. No, they get the raise up.
What we do here at WFBR,
raise up. You ain't gonna walk up on me.
Weekly public service announcement.
Just saying, G.
It's a wild squeezy alert announcement. We feel the need to do this because there's a lot of violence going on in Baltimore City with the so-called squeegee enterprise. God damn it. It hurts me to even say that word attached to that. Enterprise. Anyway, if you're coming through Maryland, I don't care if you're coming across the top of 70 or... Because if you come through 70, again, you come across Negro Mountain, and you come on down, King, and you come past Patapsco River.
Yeah, 301. They go all the way down there to Virginia.
The bridge and everything.
Yeah.
And what you just heard, again I said, in Maryland, because D.C. is Maryland.
Yeah.
And what she just came out with this week, a public what?
Safety.
State of emergency.
State of emergency.
It took her a long time to do it. We here at the WFBR 1590, we've been doing this emergency for what? For the last 3-4 years. We knew it was happening. It took y'all that long to see this public emergency? I knew it. But anyway, King, if you run up on him, Gene, don't give him any eye contact. All right? If you roll your damn window down and give your phone to a damn stranger, and something goes wrong, go home. Tell your family I did something stupid.
Take it on the chin, Jack.
Take it on the chin. What happened? Let me hold that rag right there. I'm bleeding. I rolled my window down and gave my phone to a stranger.
And
he knocked me upside the damn head. He said, "What you learn from that?" I won't do that again. Again, I say, that is our weekly wild squeegee alert. If it gets ugly, proceed to light with caution.
Do light with caution.
And call the police. That's our weekly wild squeegee alert. But King, again, I say you violated it last week. I said, King, hey, what you doing? You violated.
See, I ain't listening to Ty because I've been around Ty enough. Anybody walk up on you, it requires your immediate attention.
That's what you seen before that. What did we see him do to the car?
Yeah, he just walked up on him.
He just walked up on the car.
And
yes. No, that's a violation of my baby.
Yeah.
You do not touch my baby. I don't care what you do. People call it what?
And so when he walked up on it, what happened was, hey, yo, you know, no. Yeah. I'm on alert. I'm not like these people out here. Everything is on, and that's what Ty saw. That's why he claims like, you made eye contact. I had to let him know that we're not playing this game. You're not spraying my window. You're not putting on it just because. We're not doing that today.
You thugging my window.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
You heard what
Go ahead, get out of here.
Thugging my window?
Or trying to.
No,
get out of here.
Don't touch my property.
Don't touch it.
I'm sick of black folks
saying
that he's doing me a service. No, he's violating my space.
Now here's the thing. If everybody else would have took my lead on it, no, but instead he went right from behind me and violated somebody else. And we sitting there.
And they didn't want it.
And they didn't want it. But the difference was, I looked up, it was like, nah, Slim, we not doing that. And it was like, oh, all right, yo. I was like, yeah. I mean, I don't know, code of the streets, I guess we look alike. But no, he understood that now. We not even playing that. Don't spray shit.
King,
don't spray anything on my car.
Why do we do that here at WFBR?
Because we witness women and children being assaulted.
That's right. Women and children were being beat. Squeegee enterprise thinkers. To all, I told you I'm going to drill us in their head. To all my friends who said that this was a business and leave them children alone. Leave their hustle alone. Literally. I had black people telling me, I mean, won't they leave them children alone? They making money. to all those people, I'm going to drive this in on you as long as I can. You were trying to breed black panhandlers, black children getting change. Aggressively, and not treating them to go get a job and get a paycheck, $300-400. You kept sending them out there getting change and you agreeing to it. I'm going to talk about all of you black folks that agreed to it. Y'all even said it was a business, an enterprise, and was promoting immoral children to go out there and do this debauchery.
I want to ask you a question, Ty.
Go ahead, King.
Because you said something and I want you to elaborate on it. You said something about votes.
Oh, you talking about my commercial? I talked about that commercial before. We on the show before, King.
Yes, I want you to. You crossed over. I need you to do it so Gene can be.
Everybody shouldn't have the right to vote. I'm just gonna be cut and dry with that. I've come to the agreement that everybody should not have the right to vote. Okay. It was a commercial out where they were the founding fathers. You know, we had a show about this. The founding fathers were in the joint, and they were making up the rules for the country. And they said, well, you know, everybody should be able to vote. The one guy said, hold up now. So you saying the dumb ones should be able to vote? He said, yeah, but everybody should be able to vote. He said, no, he snatched it and ran out there. He said, no, I agree. And then when I think about going what we always talk about, certain people shouldn't go to the ballot. They only go to the ballot out of jealousy, angry, and trying to get back. They're not going to the ballot to fix a problem or to go to, most black people that get the right to vote go to the ballot to pick the black person regardless of what.
So
regardless of what, that is where I'm at with that, King.
So what Ty's trying to tell y'all is that he's not saying that, you know, that people are dumb and they shouldn't vote. He's saying that when you get into the voter's booth, you don't use, you're not voting intelligently. So you're not voting for a reason. You're voting because of something. As opposed to, listen, this guy or this person has a value and they're trying to bring into existence something that I can support. Instead, it's, oh, well, nah, he's the black candidate. I don't even know what he's talking about, but he's the black candidate. So I'm just going to go with him just because he's the black candidate.
Donald Trump. So I'm gonna vote for him.
Just because you don't even know what
he talked to Larry Hogan. I don't want to talk to him. Well, again, the narrative about I was listening to another just some things on
So what he's saying is about not wasting your vote. So if you're gonna just go there to waste your vote predicated on that, then it's better that you don't vote. Because you're not affecting change. You're not affecting change, and your communities are reflecting your votes. Because those people are putting things in policies, and those are what you're being governed by.
They brought the young man on to talk about voting and Democrat Republican. Well, the show was basically Democratic, atmosphere, all blacks and everything, and the Democrats like to give us, and the Republicans are the white rich. That's the narrative. Well, the guy came on and bust the whole narrative up. He said, man, hey, I told you they listening, King. Mm-hmm. This was on a major joint. He said, yeah, we need to start listening to the Republicans, man. And, he said, what? What you mean listen to the Republicans? He said, no, you ain't understand what I'm saying. He said, you have to start listening to something different from different ideas. If you can doing the same thing consistently. Ain't that what's been going on, King?
Yes.
For 25 years, Brandon been stopping down there.
Can I explain conservatism? Because people get it confused with being a Republican. Yeah. I am not a Republican. I don't believe that Republicans and Democrats are too much different from one another. They have the same agenda, but they have a different way of getting there. But it has no meaning towards us. So I don't look at them as anything. What I look at is conservative values and liberty, or what do they call them? The progressive values, and I don't agree with progressive values. I believe that most black people are conservative by nature because they come up under some type of a God complex or anything like that. They understand religion. So in religion, just the fact that you know of God is conservative by nature. Yeah. Because there's certain things that God says that you can and you cannot do. You don't go out and kill, not because you don't want to, but because it was a commandment. Even though it was put in the Bible, you know that that's something that you shouldn't do. But we now have a mentality that's out here that has moved away from that.
Remember I showed you when we was coming in, King, I showed you that shopping area?
Yes, across that whole shopping area.
That whole shopping area is dead.
Yes.
And the only people they allowed to get in there are foreign entities. Arab, I guess they're Arab or Israeli, whatever they want to be. And as you see, if you go from right there, that's all dead. And you see what type of behavior that is allowed up there, right?
Yeah.
Then you go up on Park Heights. It's the same people owning all the stores up on Park Heights.
Yes.
And then you just see up on Park Heights the same type of debauchery and so type of...
Well, Ty, that's because nobody in the community owns nothing in that community.
Nobody in none of our communities, white or black, are owned by the whites or blacks anymore.
Nothing.
We had standards. You couldn't stand in front of my business. See, they're eating off and encouraging more standing.
Well, of course, you know why? Because if you have people standing in front of your store all day long, you have built-in customers. They're gonna come in buy sodas. They're gonna keep spending all their disposable cash with you.
All disposable cash with you. I get it, King. So whatever goes on, you really don't care.
Yeah,
so we see that though,
I
right?
get all your blunt money.
I get all your blunt money.
Because sodas are $3 and $4 for a 16 ounce, but I could get like Yo said, I could get a whole 2 liter or case of sodas for $3, but they don't care.
They go and buy one for $5 at the
and they right there all day long. And then you got 20 people out there, they making $2,000-$3,000 off of these dudes just eating chips and sodas and blunts all day long.
Remember, I'm gonna start my Say No to Drugs campaigning, here at the Tyrone Hour. I'm going back to the Say No to Drugs campaign. The Say No to Drugs. I say marijuana is a little different than the actual drugs, hard drugs. But marijuana can be a little abusive too, well, marijuana right now is being classlessly used in our communities. I'm not saying not to smoke it, or I'm not saying anything like that, but it's classily being used. You get me, okay? Everybody don't need to know,
what you do.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at. In our community, all we see is so many. Even on the bus stops, they going to work and,
they going to school.
They going to school, and you're twisting up on the bus stop.
Going to school.
There's blood guts everywhere now. But I don't know about y'all. Every time you get out your car, I know you see it. You see a rapper.
Yeah.
Blood guts. Yeah, blood guts everywhere. You know what I mean? But anyway, King, I say my campaign of saying no to drugs is gonna start here on WFBR, man, because we are to me the addictive culture in America right now. Again, I say a hustle is a hustle. It's not a hustles for 25, 30, 40 years. You hustle to get something, right? Usually that was the narrative at one time.
Well,
car, house.
Well, see, Ty, you about to say it. But listen, those people are gone. They got out.
They got out.
And once they left, these people never learned that. So stuck. There's a wall around. Yeah. They're stuck. They can't get out. And like you keep talking about the black vote, $1 is attached to the black vote. What did I tell you? They're going to keep giving you government assistance. You know why? Because every time you take $1 from the government, Baltimore City government gets the equivalent of $1,000 back. And understand that they're not asking for $1. They ask, so for every $1,000, it's like, I think, what, $1 million? Close to that, or 100,000? Something like that.
You say well, Sheila's coming back.
Sheila's coming back.
Sheila's coming back. Sheila's coming back.
Sheila's coming back.
You know, and
12 points ahead.
King, I mean, literally, I wanted to talk about the trash situation, King.
Yes.
They talking about they not gonna pick up the blue trash cans until February. So all the neighborhoods, alleys are blocked up with blue and green trash cans.
Blue and green trash cans.
Blue and green trash cans all over the city.
All over the city.
And the blue ones ain't being dumped at all. I still got the same stuff in my blue trash can. Been in there for 6 months.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it out, put it in the green trash can.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
I don't know why common sense haven't prevailed here. I've been doing this already. I don't have time for it.
Crazy.
I tear up the cardboard, I break up the plastic, I crush the cans, it goes in the trash can.
These dudes don't even know, they don't have no...
When they get to the people, when it gets to the trash place, they separate things out there too. So whatever's supposed to go to recycling, when it goes to the major trash, it goes to the recycling. Yeah. I don't have time to mess around with Brandon Scott and these people policies.
They can't hire nobody or something? They don't have a team or something?
Well, I guess you're not paying attention to the fact that the city, not only do we have major seats available like department heads, but there's a deficit not just in the police department. We need firefighters, we need trash men. 500
police down.
We need firefighters, we need police, we need city DPD.
And all those people left the city. Those 500 police down left the city.
We need people to fill potholes. We need everything.
But they don't seem like they're hiring for
They not. They said, well, you could go to it. Here's the problem, Ty. So they figured out it's not that they're not hiring. The problem is that these jobs are slated for young folks. So if me and you went, they're looking at our age, and we'll be age discriminated against. But the young folks that they got coming out to apply for the jobs,
they don't go to work out.
No. They can't fill out the applications. They're starting to find out
that they don't have a good work ethic.
They're starting to find out that these people can't read. They don't have the necessary skills to fill. Well, they need you to read to fill out the applications to fill the potholes.
And right now, Brandon Scott said you don't even need to fill out.
I'm not listening to Brandon Scott because he can't read or write cursive, allegedly.
Remember, he said you got to read. You said you had to.
Well, see, that's the problem. So we have a functionally illiterate society here in Baltimore. Just so you know that it's a functional illiterate society here in Baltimore that's comprised mostly of black people. But understand, there's a lot of Latinos and a lot of white people that's in this community as well. These people are who they're trying to target to read. But to get jobs. But they can't because they can't read the application to get the job.
Can they so damn lazy, kid?
I was just about to say,
I said work ethic.
Now, I was just getting to your point. Even if they do get the job, their work ethics
stinks.
So
they're not coming to work. They want to dress down. Hey, look, man, you're in a different type. Here we
And they want to tell you what they gonna do.
Slacks and a shirt here.
And they want to tell you what they gonna do.
Why I gotta have a slack and shirt on?
Oh, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do for what I'm not gonna do. I need over there cleaned up. Well, I don't know why I gotta clean up.
Why I gotta clean? What?
Because that's your job.
That's your job.
That's your job.
But you couldn't. I mean, you ain't say nothing to Mike and Lisa. Yeah, see King, the work we said this. I told you about it. What was that work thing I said? Indeed, not Indeed. What's that work site I told y'all about?
Yeah, Indeed.
No, the work site I told y'all about where you could go on the work site.
The work site I told you about those skills. I know what you're talking about. Work. Yo, it's a tip agency.
Tip agency, yeah. You can just sign up any shift, anything you want to. And I told you what happened at our job. A guy said, "Excuse me, ma'am." It's the first time she worked there. He said, "Excuse me, ma'am." "What the hell you mean, ma'am?"
Yeah.
He said, "What?" I said, "I didn't know your name, so I just said ma'am or miss." My name ain't no effing miss. Next thing you know, she went back outside, pulled her car up, had on the most hardest rap in the joint, cussed everybody out on the job, and drove off like a bat out of hell. Whoa! And these are the people you want to hire. See, you got to stop hiring people off the internet, King. You better bring them in and see what they look like and what they hear like. You heard me, King? Yeah, you keep hiring people off of the damn website, huh? Yeah, you gonna get something, right? Yeah, that's what's going on, King. I don't need to see their face no more. Yes, you do. Because they say you usually can tell a person's identity from when they start talking a little bit, right?
Yes, you ain't lying.
They usually say that, right?
You ain't lying.
Again, I say, man, King, thank you, man. We got a little bit more time, King, but you know, man, I just really wanted to just talk about. I didn't even have an idea about the show or what to even call it today, King. I just wanted to talk about the foolishness that's going on.
That's the name of the show. The foolishness that's going on in our communities.
Here every daggone day when I turn on the news, because we are like a news show, King, and every day we turn on the news, all we hear is about the youth, the youth, the youth, the youth, the youth, the youth, the youth.
There's an 8-point. They got an 8-point plan to stop car theft.
Remember we said that the plan thing.
What?
They are dealing with us like you would deal with sports. You know how sports they say they call it the
analytics.
Analytics.
Yeah.
You know, the analytics. They dealing with us like analytics in the street. Every time you turn around, the data says. No, the data, I don't care what the data says. See, that's you young people or you people up in the, what's name, with that plaque on the wall. Remember we talked about that? Vincent Seraldi and all those guys with plaques on the wall with ideas from communities that they've never visited in their lives.
Well, I still
Vincent Seraldi never been through Park Heights, really, unless he went through with Brandon Scott and them, or he doesn't understand what the black culture is.
I still think Sonia Sandalistas needs some more airtime about talking about they running out of money.
Well, I told you about that, King. We talked about that before, man. You know, how you run out of money, and like you said, some of these schools going to be cold. They're going to shut some of these schools down. They ain't got no heat.
I'm just like, what kind of misappropriating of funds is going on down there?
I just think black people got to get their cut.
She just got a raise for $300,000. She got $300,000. That's her salary. And I'm trying to figure out at $300,000, you can't balance a budget. What is going on? You know,
she ready to lay off some of these women, man. Some of these men and women that are teachers. She made it perfectly clear the other day that the money's running out. And some things are gonna have to be cut.
Well, Ty, I said this yesterday, again in my argument with my cousin. You know, again, shout out to Lincoln Financial. If you need your taxes done, please, they're out. They're straight up Liberty, Reisterstown Road. But we had this argument yesterday, and I'm just like, oh, these people. You know, you can't say that this is systemic racism because the people that's in charge of the system is now black.
Yes, that's
and from the highest to the lowest part of the system, they are running it.
King, we are victims of our own.
And these people,
we just spinning ourselves.
These people are, again, you're telling me that you're running out of money, but your paycheck is coming in. You're getting paid well over, $15,000 per paycheck. $30,000 a month.
Finally came out and said, my whole administration, all we've been talking about is children. I'm saying, yeah, man, because you haven't yet stepped in and said, hey, look, do what needs to be done. You brought up you brought up something about the police should have protective glass in their cars now. Was it you brought that up?
Yeah, I said bulletproof.
They should have bulletproof glass in those cars now.
And bulletproof doors.
They should have bulletproof, you know what I mean? That goes to show you that, we support. I'm a black man. I've been to prison, jail, everything. But I support a good, healthy, safe environment in my black community.
Well, I'm going to take it a step farther. Like I told you, I have friends, good friends, brothers. Yeah. I consider them brothers that's on the Baltimore City Police Department. Yeah. I don't want nothing to happen to them.
I don't want them having them people, right?
And
I hope my children one day, or grandkids say, you know what, Pop, I would like to
be a police officer.
Part of this.
And this is why I made the statement that no, I think the police cars should have bulletproof windows at the least, and it should be lined with lead, certain types of lead that that bullets that can't penetrate.
The schools right now, they just found a week or so, a young man brought his gun to school again. I mean, it's common sense, man. It got to have a daggone metal detector at the door, and I don't care how long it takes them to get in there, from 8 to 9. Well, school class will start at 9. When they finally get everybody through the metal detector.
This is what
you can't look in your book bag anymore.
This is the problem, because City Hall talked about that, remember, and they voted against it. Instead, they put the money into restorative practices, and restorative practices is us. You talk to a counselor, and then you talk to us, and then we talk to your parents, and then you go to some kind of psych person. See, everything is about spreading money around to people who are quote unquote have degrees.
And look, to all the people that he spread this money around, he spread it around on the theory of transparency. And if you go to any of these entities, you can't even find out who worked there.
No, you can't.
That's amazing right there. You go to any of these entities that we talked about, they won't even tell you who worked there.
Shit, what's amazing to me is that these people can't even write in cursive.
Yeah.
Or read it.
Or read it. Or
read it. That blew me away when I found that out.
Well, they said that, again, I've told you about that false narrative that came out that said we don't need this and we don't need that anymore, you know. And in actuality, we realized that it was needed. It was something that was supposed to be in the tool chest.
Well, cursive is a code language now. I can write cursive because I know that the people that are coming up behind me can't read it.
Yeah, man. But man, the ancients even wrote different language, cursive.
Well, this is how we look at hieroglyphics. We look at the cuneiform.
Yeah.
You know, and we're looking at, man, we can't read it. Now you look at cursive. They're gonna see stuff written in cursive,
and they ain't gonna be able to read it.
Like, oh man, this is an ancient dialect.
So let me see. 100 years from now, they're gonna look at cursive as like hieroglyphs.
Exactly.
Wow, King.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're welcome.
Wow, good call.
You're welcome,
King. I say, man, you know, what we do here is we try to bring a little knowledge, man, and everything here, man, the Tyrone Kingsley Hour, man. King, what a week, man. What a week coming up, man. King, Gene, I'm not going to be on next week, neither. It's Thanksgiving week, ain't it?
Yeah, but
next week is Thanksgiving week. I'm not gonna be back. I'm not gonna be.
Oh, you going out of town?
Yeah, I'm not gonna be. I'm probably not gonna be in there. So I'm just letting everybody know we will probably not be on next week. But everybody have a great Thanksgiving, King, and you know, get with your family, and we do it every year, man. It's a black thing. You know, they say we don't have any tradition. Well, we took that tradition and made it ours. You know, put whatever the Indians or the whites or whatever you want to say. We took that. That's our day to me. Thanksgiving is a black day to me. We like to cook. We've always been cooks in America and fed our families and things like that. But now we're in an era and time, King, where some of the matriarchs say that they don't want to cook anymore.
They not cooking. They don't want to.
So how
they physically stop cooking?
Will this go on, King, if we not eating?
What you mean? They eating. It's just the stuff that they eating.
How about that? All up puny now, huh? No more girthy guys anymore. No more girthy. Yeah, King, I say, man. Wow. Got a caller? Hey, caller.
Hey.
Who is? How you doing?
I'm great, man. Great.
Hey, Brother Blue. Yeah, Brother Blue. Go ahead and give us that menu. This is Brother Sean. Give it, tell Brother Sean, King, real fast. About more about it. Go ahead, Brother Blue. Give it to us.
Yes, we got steak fish, whiting, catfish, lake trout, American cheese, string beans. All dinners is real reasonable, $12 to $15. Pie, sweet potato pies. We got it all, man. Drinks. And like I said, the prices is real nice, man. Real nice.
Yes. Because the guy on the job I was telling the guy on the job about you, right? And he was like, well,
okay.
Do you got this kind of fish? This guy said, brother got all fish. Whatever you want, he got it there.
He got it up there.
Got it all, man.
Yeah. Thanks for calling, brother. Did you listen to the show today?
Yes, I did.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Me and Kings, man.
I remember now, man.
Thank you. Thank you, brother.
Job, man. I love it.
Thank you, brother, man. You ain't got that long, man, but I'm glad you called and gave us that menu. Brother Sean's on Milford and Bell. To anybody that wants to get there.
Yes.
Between what, 11
Starting
and
at
6?
11. Starting at 11 to 5, right before it get dark. We're going to be out there all day, man.
Okay,
11 to 5, yeah.
That's a good day. It's a beautiful day out there today, too. Please get out there and support them.
Hey,
Yo, come on through and get something to eat if you hungry, man.
Hey, I ain't got to ride around them bike lanes, do I?
No.
Nah, hey, brother.
Okay, I'll be up there to see you because I'm hungry.
Have a good day, brother. Thank you, man. Hey, I tell you, man, that's our brother Sean, man. Anybody like a good fish meal, man? I mean, it's some good food, King. You know
we
that.
going past
Put
that
us to
day,
sleep, man. Hey, y'all have a great weekend, man. To all people, man, that's going out of town and everything, to your family. Enjoy your family on this black holiday. I told you, we took Thanksgiving. That's our day. Yeah, turkeys and all that type stuff. And, man, enjoy your time, man. We got Minute King. We done?
I can't find the song, so keep talking.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, we good, man. Again, I say, King, to everybody, to Mommy and everybody. Mom, I didn't get hear from you this week, but maybe something's going on, but maybe not. I know you listen all the time, but to all the donators and everybody, man, continue donating to the Tyrone Hour, man. The message is hard sometimes, but it's straightforward. Enough of the sideways and curb talk. And done? Yeah, hey, thank you, guys. Y'all